Welcome back to Living Like Lo. It's your girl Lo. Hey. So I've always wanted to be do story times on my channel, but I started off as a fitness and health individual, so I was like, no, can't do that. Now my channel is just up in the air and it's kind of everything, so I can do what I want. Here's my story time about the 2 times I've gotten into a fight in my life. If y'all have ever seen Tana Mojo's story times, they're always really crazy and she just has a lot of crazy stuff to say. And I honestly feel like my life, I have a lot of crazy shit that has happened. Some crazy stuff. To start off with, I lived on a military base in 8th grade. Well, I lived on a military base for a long time, but when this story took place, I lived on a military base and I was in 8th grade. My arch nemesis, we're gonna call her Karen. Karen was a 12th grader. My mom and I are really close. We're best friends. We used to tell each other everything. We still do. We've always just told each other everything. One night in the middle of the night, my mom used to go to bed really early. I think the lights were on downstairs, or I went to pee and I saw the lights on downstairs and I was like, that's weird, is my mom still up? So I walk my little happy ass downstairs and I'm little Laura's looking around and I see my mom, I'm not kidding, standing with her arms crossed staring out the window. I was like, oh my God.
Who we looking for, honey? Who we looking for? Tell me, sis, I got your back.
So my mom was standing there and then I was little me standing there right behind her what? Who was trying to fight? It was my stepdad that we were looking for. So my mom was like, honey, go back to bed. I'm just seeing when, I don't know, we'll call him Asswipe. She's like, I'm just looking to see when Asswipe is getting home. Just, he hasn't been home. He said he was gonna go to the store, one of the stores we have on base. It's our electronics store. And he's he was gonna go there and then he was gonna come back, but he hasn't been home for 5 hours. And I'm there, I'm like, ooh, you said 5 hours? You said 5 hours? You know what can get done in 5 hours? I wait down there with my mom because I could feel it. I could feel that something was wrong because I'm super intuitive. I've always been that way. So I could feel that something was wrong with my mom. So I was like, what's happening? Why are you upset? Just spill the beans. And she was like, okay, here's the tea. Someone had seen him and my gym teacher's wife together going on base. So we lived off base and so did my high school teacher, or my high school gym teacher. So they called my mom and were like, hey, Asswipe is with Asswipe number 2. My mom was like, weird, he told me he was going to the store. That's when my mom started getting heated. She's like, why would he lie to me? She tried calling him, he never answered. So throughout the night, people are my mom's reaching out to people, trying to figure out what's going on. We're thinking that he's cheating, okay? So this is me and my mom, just sitting there in the living room investigating this crime. Asswipe gets home. Oh, my mama went off! Okay, so she's Hispanic. This woman is full-blood Hispanic. I have gotten hit with chanclas more time in my life than anything else. She goes nuts on this guy. You're cheating on me, you suck, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he admitted it, he fessed up. He was having sex with my gym teacher's wife. A couple days go by, I, obviously knew. My gym teacher's family found out. I went to school with my gym teacher's daughter. Insert nemesis. What did I call her? Karen. Karen. Insert Karen. We both know that our parents are canoodling after school hours. We both know they're canoodling, okay? I'm upset on my mom's behalf because you don't mess with my family or my friends. You just don't. You don't do that, okay? I'm not a very combative person. I guess I should have started with this. I'm not very combative. I don't get into fights. I will argue with you for a little bit and then when I feel I've lost, I'll definitely back down. Or when I feel the conversation has gone on too long, I will stop arguing. And I always joke around, if someone messes with my friend, I'll be like, I'll kick their butt, come here, I'm gonna beat their ass. You know what I mean? If I'm upset enough, like if they mess with my friends and my family, but I don't fight people, okay? I was walking out of gym class and Karen was walking into gym class. And we kind of, she was a real B word. So Karen, oh God, she had this like, oh God, she had the worst RBF, like, oh my God. Ugh. So piercing. So she walks in and she's all like, I'm Karen. And I like death stare her, she death stares. I like looked at her and I was like, and then she looked back at me and was like, Our school was set up where it was like the gym, the annex, and then our high school. And so for that period, she was in gym and I was in the high school. And then the next period, I had it in the annex. So I went from gym, high school to annex. So I'm walking in the annex and she's walking to the high school. I look at my friend, because I didn't think that anything was gonna happen from this, all right? Let me just start by saying that. I didn't think past the moment. So Karen's walking towards me and I'm walking towards Karen. So I look at my friend and I go, watch this. And I shoulder check Karen. So Karen looks at me and she goes, what's your problem? And I look back at Karen and I go, what's your problem? Mind you, I'm an 8th grader. She's a 12th grader. She's like 18, okay? I was like 10. Karen goes, your mom's a hoe, that's my problem. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no, honey. You don't call my mama a hoe. You don't call anyone's mama a hoe. Let's just start by saying that. Like, don't call anybody's mama a hoe. I threw my backpack down and was like, you don't call my mama a hoe. So I'm up in this 12th grader's face and she's staring down at me. She's probably like a solid 5'10", and I'm like a little baby. She decks me in the face. We're fighting. And by fighting, I mean I'm getting my ass kicked. She's punching me, and I remember like tackling her to the ground and getting like one solid hit in. And then all I remember after this is her flipping me on my back, and then I blacked out. I don't remember anything else until I was sitting in the elementary school's principal's office. I was sitting there is because my mom worked at the elementary school, which is only like a street away from the high school. After I got my ass kicked, I was at the principal's office in my school, which I don't remember any of this. Like I said, all I remember was blacking out and then waking up in the elementary school principal's office. But then, so they took me to the elementary school so that I can get in trouble there with my mom. So the door was open to the principal's office, and all my mom could see was like, as she was walking down the hallway, like she looked into the office and all she could see was my specific pink Converse. I was like the only person to have these, and I was like on a trend. Like I was a trendsetter, so I had pink Converse. And she was like walking and then she like stopped and was like staring at them. And she turned the corner and was like, what did you do? Because why would I be in the elementary principal's office in the middle of the day? Like, I shouldn't have been there. I'm crying at this point, just absolutely bawling. Just got my ass kicked by this like huge person. In my head, she looked like Godzilla, and I was like an ant. Like that's how that's how I remember it. I just remember her being like a giant and me being like little. So I told my mom, I was like,
she called you a hoe.
And my mom was like, oh no, she didn't. After I had explained to her that I was like defending her honor, and then like granted, like I did start it, and like I was just like pissed off at the situation. Like, my stepdad was hooking up with my gym teacher's wife. My mom didn't really like get mad. She got mad at me enough, but she was like more so mad at them, like the adults in the situation, including Karen, because Karen was like 18 years old. Like she assaulted a minor. Like, can you do that? Should I press charges? So my mom wasn't mad, but I got suspended for 3 days and had to work on a golf course, like cleaning up a golf course. And still to this day, I hate her. My sister and I got into a huge fight one time. My sister had still had Karen on Facebook. My mom and I both like blew her phone up and were like, you better delete Karen! Delete her right now! And that was like 2 years ago. So obviously I'm still not over getting my ass kicked by a senior.